ULTI.TV.
He's coming back there. I thought I hadn't seen that shot for a while.
Welcome, ladies and gents, to Game 2, Day 1, Firestorm vs Chile. We have Firestorm on O. We've got our American import, Brian Grundy, catching it, giving it to John, settling to Jangles, who reckons he's the handler these days. Puts it back to Johnny Mack. Johnny Mack coming off a string of injuries. Looking good there in his camo skins. What do you reckon about that, Mansource?
They're fantastic. I love the pixelation on them.
Back in the middle to our second American import, Dan Mammal. And Coops, the man who never hucks. Hucks it to Peter Allen, who drops it. It's unfortunate. He's a really nice guy, though.
He's one of the best guys in the Firestorm squad, actually. That just happened.
Oh well, we'll cut this out. But yeah. Here
come the LA Lakers cheerleaders.
Alright, first turnover. We've got J-Lo for Chile picking up the disc, who's a Singapore player. And I think that he played beach worlds for the Philippines last year. But I don't know. He looks like the rest of the team, so I'm just going to go with that.
Chile now, looking good. Good disc movement here. He stuck it.
That's a pretty poor huck straight to Peter Allen.
A nice guy makes a nice D.
Oh, Johnny Mack to Brian Grundy with a big layout attempt. J-Lo, disc is up. Mammal, lead bay. Don't know what happened. Dan Mammal, sick take. Beautiful. We can say that must have been all his Carlton College training. 2009 college champion right there.
Something you might not know, Dan Mammal's a vegetarian.
Reece Stewart with the ball. He loves his outside in backhands. Coming down, being picked up by, we can't tell between that guy and Tim Horton, so we're going to go Tim 1 and Tim 2. Number 14 with the visor, puts it up to number 14 with a cap, who throws it up to a guy who got a pretty easy score there.
Yeah, that was a really easy point there for Chile. Firestorm have got to tighten that up a lot.
Misread. Here you go, Luke Stevens with the pull. Just to point out, our number 23 on Firestorm and number 12, both moving up from Firestorm admission from last year. Old Man Trev and Chris Brown. Mr. Reliable, Coops with the disc. Yep, Billy Brown's down. Daniel back to Coops, back to Junior, who's most likely to throw it away on this team. Over the top to Trev. Scoop is better than his backhands.
Scoop is the only throw he actually throws most of the time.
Yeah, he won't throw anything open. He's got to throw scoopers. Dan Mammal, very reliable, consistent thrower. Won't huck it. He's the classic good receiver, will only dump type player. Reece with a gratuitous wide pivot to hit Fat Man, Peter Allen, and a take by Chris Brown. What do you think about that, Pat?
That was a really good movement by Firestorm. Chile tried the zone there. They just kept their composure, and Firestorm broke through for a fairly easy goal.
Here's Johnny Mack back from the grave with a nice pull.
Yeah. Number 14 looks a lot like Matt Anscombe, for those who remember him, one of the older Townsville players. Second 14 now. He's called a foul on. That's on Firestorm's Italian import, Salvatore Colangelo.
Is that how you say it?
Salvatore Colangelo.
Here we've got a lovely pick. Disc coming back in off a pick. Chilla's in a pretty solid structure of a horror. Centers the disc. I have a feeling I should know who that guy is, but I don't. Oh, lovely over the top shot. Not quite in. Timeout called. Probably would have stalled one. Yeah, we're back with a pretty tight defense there by Firestorm. They've shut it down with a Hail Mary hammer to Jangles. Beautiful.
So what I want to see in this game, Jangles lay out.
I'm pretty sure the world's been waiting for that for many years now. What do you think is going to happen on, what is this, year 6 for Jangles playing Nationals?
Yeah. Oh, is it 6 or is it 5? 2007 is his first year.
Either way, it's way overdue.
Oh, well overdue. If he was a baby, they'd be having a C-section.
That'd be one big baby. Brian Grundy up to Leon McIntyre. Okay, Fatty, our big left-handed giant. Back to Brian Grundy, the Texan import. Old man Trev, Johnny Mack. Expect to put it big, and not quite. So a nice over-the-top flick, which wasn't actually a flick or nice, but it was over the top. Nice grab by Jangles, not quite in. Trevor to do something. Nope. Really high stall count, back to Brian Grundy. Beautiful. There's no look of a stack. And it didn't really matter because it's over the top and in. Beautiful.
I don't know what Finn was doing, man. He was just jinking around, taking up all the open space.
He's just a decoy. Worked well. Line, we've got Dan Mammal, Pete Allen, really nice guy. John himself, Chris Brown, the Texan, Brian, Dr. Grundles, Man Baby, Alex Livingston, and Reese, the captain of something, Junior, Stewart.
You know, it's funny, Brian Grundy's definitely a player to watch out for. Also, he'll give you a prostate exam for free.
Yeah, you should check out his moustache. If he ends up down in this end zone facing us, just have a squeeze at his face. And he's got a pretty porno look going on. We're talking 80s with a comb over, so take that hat off, you'll be surprised as well. Nice break there from Chile up to Lee Baker, who doesn't want to put it. Luke Stevens with a nice little around flick. Doesn't milk it in. And Paddy Dunn with this specky grab. Wait, something's called.
Pick.
Big call.
That's a shame. That was a fantastic grab there.
So it's come back for about 2 or 3 throws back to Luke Stevens. Dumped it to J-Lo. Puts it back around. Luke Stevens, who might add, he's the 23rd Melbourne Hat winner of MVP. And baby gets beaten by Patrick Dunn in the end zone.
He'd be disappointed with that, Man Baby. He's got a couple of inches on him, and I don't just mean in the pants department. But yeah, really got owned in the air there.
Just didn't have his dick in his pocket. Luke Stevens with the pull. This line we have Boothie, Dunn, Tex, who's just been over in South Australia for a good year or so. Captain Tim, Russ, and Fold. Fold, a man who comes from somewhere in the States. He's quite a fast fellow too. But Jangles puts a big one up to Old Man Trav. Old Man Trav to get in here. Big boy, there we go. Nice clinical 2-pass offense.
The crowd were really loving that. A lot of the ladies, they are a big Trevor fan.
Trevor also noted that he has a large penis. Back on, John to lovely backhand pull again.
I notice Firestorm, there's a lot of hats, just not actually on Firestorm, a lot of hats in this game. It's good to see players are really being stunt smart, you know. Melanoma is a big killer in Australia.
It's also nice to see Firestorm with some pretty new team hats that people just don't give a shit about not wearing. I know Colony's really pushed to get the truck hat a thing this Nationals, but Firestorm's just keeping it for off-field.
I think mainly the problem with the Firestorm hats is that whoever ordered them didn't order ones that were large enough for a normal sized man's head. They're really shallow, like they're just horrible. Unless you have a tiny head, it's not going to work.
Oh, is that Jangles?
That's Jangles. Don't worry, he caught it though. Alright, there's a lot of really high specky grabs going on these swings. They're not exactly optimal swings. But that's the first probably flat throw we saw in front of the end zone right there from Brian Grundy to Fatty for the score. Putting Firestorm up 5-3.
Nice bounce.
Here we come with our third back-to-back pull. Some lovely breaks. Johnny Mack to throw it again.
Lots of talk from Firestorm there. Finn McCarthy-Adams. He is loud and he is proud.
And he's out of the closet.
Wait, was he ever in there?
Who knows? He did work for Wayne Swan. Anyway, here we go. Back up is that Captain Tim Horton to put up a mighty long huck. Sends it out of the back, unfortunately too far for Fold to go and collect. Reece Stewart to bring the disc back in, marked by Tim. And he always loves to attack the break option. Almost every time he's putting it in for the backhand break. Yeah, foul called on the layout D by Tim. Looks like it's uncontested. Back with Reece, attacking the break side first off the bat again. Nice little dinky dump cuts there by Coops.
Coops always has the best dump cuts. You try and mark him, he gets through all the time.
He's laterally as agile as a crab. Hard to stop him unless he's running in a straight line.
Also, crabs are generally red, and he is a redhead.
Good spot, man, Sauce. Good spot. Alright, Jangles to run long. Coops, again, the man who never hucks it to Jangles. Jangles puts up a high one, possibly a contest. Man Baby, not quite in. Man Baby to Chris Brown, who only just walks open side. Unfortunately, not a lot of pressure on there by Pat. But Man Baby to take a nice grab, finish it off to Chris Brown. Very surprised he's been playing all these points back to back, but consistently putting up some solid pulls. On this line we have the super nice guy, Pete Allen, Dan Mammal, Finn McCarthy-Adams, Trevor Lovering, Kohler, the Italian guy who I can't say his name. What just happened there?
Don't mind that. Chili dropped the pull, and Firestorm converted for an easy one. That's got to be demoralising for Chili.
We love some good pull droppings. Well done. I think that was Johnny Mack's first brick. Terrible.
First, but not last, question mark?
I don't know. See how he's got his head in this game. If you can reel it back in and land those discs in.
Too ambitious. I think the important thing for Fire here will be to not let their foot off the pedal. They've gotten a good lead. They've really got to keep the momentum up. For Chile, they've really got to pick their heads up and just play at one point at a time, I guess.
It's the classic battle of hot versus cold.
Yeah.
It's Chile and Fire.
I think, there hasn't been an enormous amount of Ds apart from in the air, so they really just need to make their connections. Speaking of which, it's a fantastic grab and a hammer to follow. Will the hammer land? Yes. There you go, that's the first goal for Chile in a while. It's 7-3 Firestorm. Just got to put the foot down, take the half. And we'll be golden from there. Luke Stevens with the pull for Chile's first goal in a while. Brilliant pull, nice and floaty, smack bang in the middle to Reece Stewart. That's where they probably want the disc for the turn. Coming down with the zone, figuring out their man's probably not doing them too well. Coops to thread a hole to Dan Mammal, back to Junior, who looks to throw some sort of pie to Man Baby. Best flick in the game, Man Baby, I think. Alex Livingston. He's big and lanky, just gets that nice little whip, which is quite the opposite to his high release backhand.
Man Baby's really stepped it up so far this season. I expect a lot from him this tournament, and a pick has been called.
Yeah, just let's talk about Man Baby a little bit more. He was a player who's had a quiet season all up until SMO, when he just became the Firestorm bailout guy, receiving a lot of disc deep where he likes it, and he was just taking lots of grabs, and that single-handedly got him into the selector's eyes as a big threat deep, and he's been doing that here as well. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's really built for bailout grabs. Apart from being tall, he's got a fantastic vertical leap. It's like 68 centimeters, something like that. He's got good hands as well. That's one thing that's definitely improved in the last season. Mind you, though, he's not as nice a guy as Pete Allen.
Pete Allen's just a really nice guy. Here we go, Chris Brown. He's very strong fundamentally, always attacking the disc. And here we go, Reece Stewart with some pie. Man Baby gets up nice and tall, just like we knew he would. And that's Firestorm taking half. Chile only managed to squeeze in 3 that first half. Reece Stewart with the pull to resume the game, and it's a pretty typical Reece Stewart pull.
That's just horrendous, really. What's he doing?
I think if he stopped playing with himself with his other hand and focused on actually throwing the disc, he'd be right.
Yeah, you do make a valid point there, Jack. You do make a very valid point. Chile going to start from the brick mark here. They're playing Horo. Let's see what they can bring.
Yes, despite their name, they're still warming up.
Oh, puns are the best.
Here we go. There's a couple of Firestorm players on the ground. Not sure how that happened. He's put the disc up, clearly in the worst position for the defender to read, so quite a smart little throw there. Not a bad point for Chile.
That's just what Chile needed.
Alright, Chile to pull, 4 points down. Firestorm actually has the downwind advantage here, so let's see if Chile can turn and then put it in upwind.
A lot of bricks being thrown all of a sudden. It was pretty clean to start with, but looks like these pullers need to pull their finger out.
That's it. They'll pull their left hand out of their pants. Reece Stewart, Johnny Mack, looking at you. Get him in, please. Not sure who threw that one from Chile. Might have been Luke Stevens. But I'll give it to him because his last pull was fantastic. Alright, Reece from the brick mark. He's put it up to Johnny Mack. He's coming in from the Horo. Johnny to put it up. We're not sure who to. Yeah. Either not enough angle, not the right direction. Didn't work too well there.
Yep.
Still good?
Good, Chris.
Oh, minor scare there.
Yeah. That was a good. I'm not sure when it froze. It looked like it froze halfway to that point now. Yeah.
Brian Grundy, our Texan doctor import. Well, he's not a doctor yet, but he will give you a prostate exam for free. The nice pull. And by pull, I mean brick. That's 4 in a row now.
The trend continues.
Let's see who's the non-conformist trend breaker.
Thing is, it's not even that windy at the moment. I mean, there's a slight cross breeze, but really at this level, you'd expect ports to be a bit better than this.
Yeah, pretty much. J-Lo to pick up the disc. Firestorm's got a puppy D on here. We've got the Matt Anscombe lookalike here with the disc. The visor 14. He's giving it to Cap 14, wearing the same jersey. I don't know if that's allowed at Nationals.
We'll see how Chile do against the Fatty Mark. It's a nice crossfield hammer there, really breaking it open here. Chile, good movement. He's pulled the trigger. Nice grab, very nice grab, and Chile walk it in.
Excellent little precision blade there from Lee Baker to Chile's number 5, sitting down in the end zone, or on the end zone line, and just completed it off with a wide open backhand.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Alright, Luke Stevens with the ball, first man to get it in after 5 bricks. Excellent job. So that's Andrew Lankowski, the expecting father, to Reece Stewart in the zone. Reece puts it back to Coops. Coops looks upfield to Pete. Pete ignores the deep option there. Coops back to Reece, who likes to paddle from Geo. Reece is looking at the scuba, doesn't. Backhands it to Mammal. Dan Mammal, the Firestorm vegan.
Call made there. I'm guessing it was a pick. Chile are doing the classic count the passes on the sideline there when they're playing the zone. 7.
Yeah, I think they're actually doing that for fun because, we're getting to a high number and they're not doing anything. Reece with a piece of pie over the top to Chris Brown, captain safe hands. He puts it up the line to I don't know if that was a poach or just a really fast running Luke Stevens.
No, that was an excellent bit of D there by Stevens. Really owned that. Pass shouldn't have been thrown. Chile now, can they use it? No. Coops gets a hand block. That's why Sue's married him there.
And that's probably why she's pregnant.
Yes. Yeah, no, that was good. I could see him building up for that actually.
Yeah. Here's Johnny Mack with the pressure to keep the pull in, and he's done a good job. Firestorm coming out 5 points ahead of Chile. J-Lo with the disc, back to Matt Anscombe, who's put it up the line to, again, number 5 player I feel like I should know, but I don't. And a pick called. It's not maybe that I should know, it's probably that I've introduced myself to him at least every time I've seen him, and I apologise for that. I'm a bad boy.
It's just because you're a bad person.
Pretty much. Nowhere near as nice as Pete Allen, nicest guy. So, he's just a nice guy, really is.
He is, and you know what? His partner Sonia, she's nice as well. They're just a nice couple.
Yeah, and they're going to have nice kids.
Yeah, probably tall as well, if Pete's anything to go by.
Yeah, and they won't have red hair.
No, thank God for that.
Alright, disc is back in now. Here we go. Puts it up to another number 14 with the cap. J-Lo's been shut down there. Hasn't even been initiated yet. And Green Goblin has dropped the disc. I'm about 95% sure this is actually Terry Brown's brother, but we're going to go with Green Goblin. Fatty puts up a big throw. Finn is backing up the whole way. And just gets beaten in the air by 14. Number 14.
Yeah, really good D by 14 cap there. Chile pick up the disc on their own line. Johnny Mack's running around in the middle there. Always loves a good poach.
We got J-Lo back to Tim Horton's lookalike. Back to J-Lo, back to the other fella. Kohler looks a bit awkward there, didn't bid. Finn did bid. J-Lo has stuck it up. We're expecting to see some old man Trevor action here. And not quite in, caught by a Chile player. Fantastic grab over 2 of our tall players. And completed. That's Chile going to come back. Still 4 points down though. 10-6. Luke Stevens with a mighty solid pull, bit of float going down to Reece Stewart.
Good grab by Pete there. Really nice grab, in fact, because he's a really nice guy. Moving across man baby to Stewart. Stewart looking upfield, sees Billy Browntown, Mr. Liability, and a pick's been called. Was it before the throw?
I don't know, but just take this moment to explain where Billy Browntown, the nickname, came from. Okay, you don't know. I'll explain. It came from uni games where he was seen as the team liability. So that now he is Billy Browntown. Anyway, disc is back in. Jangles back to Coops. Coops looks off the first break side cut from Reese, which was would have been about another 5 metres of a gainer, but gave it to him anyway. Jangles to Mr. Nice Guy Pete Allen. There's a really messy stack going on there. There's like 2 stacks on either third of the field. Quite crap, really. Fast for me to clean that shit up. Dan Mammal, he's pretty reliable. Back to Reece Stewart, the ball hog.
You'd say he's really the opposite to Chris Brown, really, in that situation?
Yeah, I think we certainly give it to Chris Brown now, but I mean, he's the guy who pulled us out of a bit of a hole in the last game. He's the guy with the nice reads and the good hands. We could just pretend Billy means reliability.
Yeah. Oh, he's gotten it there. He's looking. Oh.
I take that back. Chris Brown, suck it.
That was good pressure by Chile then, to be honest with you, though. Yeah. Firestorm weren't doing a lot and Chile took advantage of it and they caused the turnover, so well done to them.
Yeah, Chile really held down everyone. Upfield, certainly, there was a lot of break passes that came out. That option there was a bit late. Alex was wide open. But Billy Browntown, shouldn't have thrown that.
Yeah, you know what though, sometimes you just need to hang in there and yeah, you'll get broken a lot, but if you just keep pushing, the opposition will make mistakes, and that's where Chile have come good there. In the centre of the field.
We've got Luke Stevens up to Pat Dunn, the Hobart import. The beautiful grab over Mammal and Reese by Luke Stevens, and a complete shank. Not sure if the call had anything to do with it, but he's probably going to ask for it back there. I don't know, maybe Reese was trying to slap his ankles while he was down. Put him off his throw. Disc has come back to Luke Stevens now. Chile don't have really any options upfield, bar 2 guys on the open side. But he throws it anyway. Pete Allen to get in there. Not going to happen. Just a fantastic long jump to get it in the goal. And that's how you successfully milk a throw. Excellent. Luke Stevens with the pull. This Luke Stevens has really done a fantastic job being Chile's big playmaker, and he's certainly the guy with the most consistent pulls here as well, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, we're always a big fan here at ULTI.TV for consistent pulls.
We love pulls that land in because it really stops us from talking more crap. It just gets on with the game.
Grundy now. Looking for options upfield. Chile is shutting down a lot of the stuff. Really marking the unders here. Johnny Mack loves a huck. Not happening. Sees it.
Happening.
Goes
Happening.
to Junior.
Junior. He's going to drop it.
Oh, that. Hand in your library card because you cannot read.
Should have just left that one to old man Trev. He's Trevor's made some bogus calls. Let's see what he's talking about. Looks like a travel.
I guess for the viewers at home, they'll have to perhaps rewind and see if it really was a travel. But they've sorted out and played on. Chile with the disc now. Swings it around. Floaty. Well taken. Picking up field. Chile moving. Oh, there's been another call. Another pick. Welcome to Pick City, Newcastle.
I honestly don't think that that travel call made a difference, given that no one was marking the guy. So, really, we should worry about that before we worry about their feet. Alright, Luke Stevens, the playmaker, putting up line to J-Lo. Very short, nimble fellow. Good throws. Back to Lee Baker. Over the side to no idea who that is with a high release. Pat Dunn puts it down the line to a completely unmarked Luke Stevens, who goes for the greatest. It was out the back. Unfortunate. That was pretty impressive looking. But he did kind of throw it straight to the ground. Good effort. Unfortunately, no one else from Chile chased him. They thought he was going to land in.
Yeah, it's really important to back up your players, just in case something like that comes off.
That's it. It's always valuable to have a short guy running after a huck, just so he can clean up the scraps.
Firestorm now working out of a vertical stack. Jangles sees Trevor go long. He's lost the hat. Trevor not in. Finn steaming through. Trevor keeps his composure. Finn's calling for it. Still calling for it. Trevor's just looking at him. Sees Junior. He got lucky there. Looked off Finn about 24 times.
And Pat Dunn on the floor, still being a threat. Trevor just keeps his cool. He's a calm fellow and just puts one into Reece Stewart, the stats whore.
Well, Trevor never does anything fast. Just ask Jess.
Johnny Mack with the pull. Lovely spin pull. Well, that's a way to make sure it stays in, is to start from that corner, put a nice bit of outside in, and keep the disc in. Lovely. Chile's coming out with a horror that doesn't seem to be moving a whole lot. They seem to be hanging around on the open side there.
Green Goblin, nice look up the line. Don't want to get trapped on the sideline here, Chile. Bounce it pretty well, opening up the field. There's been a call. He's called it down. Sorting it out still.
Ryan Grundy has heard a bit of grass off the release and called it down. Let's see what comes of this. It looked reasonably up here from my perspective, which is probably the best.
Best perspective is important.
What do we call this? The 70 metres from the opposite end zone to brick mark. I'm pretty sure that he's full of shit and it was up. I'm calling it up.
Yeah, I'm calling it up as well. That's a gratuitous call. It's bad spirit. The guy should just leave the country. Anyway, back to the game. Green Goblin, nice grab there, gobbled it up. Chile now working it, looking upfield. Not seeing a lot going on. Hammer fakes, looking for the dump now. Nice up line here.
I think they're a bit confused about whether they're in a horror or a vert. There's nothing really concisive coming out of it.
They are still moving it up though. Firestorm unable to get to really get any pressure on here. Green Goblin now, centre of the field, not far out from the end zone. Still looking, he's calling for it, he's getting impatient. Is he going to jack it? He's running out of time. Pete Allen gobbles that one up easily. Oh, he is a nice guy. Like, even when he got that D then, he probably said bad luck to the opposition player because he's such a nice guy. And now he's going for the double happiness here, Pete. And he takes it easy.
Pete Allen, tall timber. It's hard to be angry at him. If I was in the opposition, I don't think I could be angry at him, because even if he gets a D on you and then skies you, he just does it, with such a well-mannered aura. He's just so nice. I can't stay angry at you, Pete. Yeah. Reece Stewart with the pull.
Oh, he showed you up there, Jack. He's actually got that one in.
Yeah, like 15 minutes short. That's all right. Reece is doing a lot for us. We're just picking on him. And there's a nice hammer to Finn.
Oh, that was lovely. He picked Finn out well there. Reece Stewart now. He's looking for something. Jangles, gets it back in the middle to Finn. Plenty of room to work with. There's no mark on. Looks over there. Old man Trevor takes it easily.
If you have a look at that, Trevor was just sort of hanging out on the break side and started running straight towards the stack and all the defenders. And Finn basically gave him a what the hell's going on here look. And Trev just accelerated and passed everyone. No one picked him up. So Chile needs to be aware of that. Old man Trev, steam train coming through.
Okay. Anyway, we're back on, and Reece Stewart's pulled that one in. He's having a hot streak at the moment, Reece Stewart. Tim Booth to the Matt Anscombe lookalike. Nice little break throw there. Chile working it up. Green Goblin's hovering in the background. Booth now. He's pointing to where he wants people to go. Chile. Nice little bit of flow happening there. Firestorm, I don't know what they're doing. It's a zone, but it's not really working at all here. It's a 2-3-2 by the looks of it.
And it looks like we've changed up our line a little bit with Pete Allen going into the front line and sending Chris Brown out the back. It's Chris Brown, good bit of speed on him, good fantastic read and some nice hops. But it's very odd to see Pete anywhere but protecting the deeps. Disc is back in now.
Oh, and Chile have unfortunately just thrown it straight out the sideline. What's the score? 13-7. Firestorm will be looking to really take this point. Reece now getting tracked on the sideline. Johnny Mack gets it. He's looking upfield. Nice hard mark there by Chile. Gets it back to Reece in the middle. Nice foot there by the Matt Anscombe lookalike, and Mr. Liability has put it down. He started well, but he hasn't had the best run of late, Chris Brown.
I think we've just been jinxing him. He really did have a fantastic first game. But that's a nice deep Chris Brown.
Chile now. He's caught something on Reece, probably disc base or contact. Reece does like to get up in people's grills.
I believe we call it dry humping.
He's an expert at dry humping, just ask Gio.
That's good. You can actually turn off the remote control on the inside of the camera.
Disc back in with Matt Anscombe. Gives it to Luke Stevens. 20. Luke Stevens, playmaker. Trev gets the read. Takes it over Lee Baker, who just gives him a nice one for the money. Hip-to-hip contact.
There's nothing wrong with that. Just a bit of a how's your father. Just letting him know he's there. You know, just making his presence felt. Just tap back in. Johnny Mack. Centre field being marked by Booth. Looking up. Where's he going?
Yeah.
Oh, threads the needle there. Pete Allen. That is a fantastic throw. I can't get mad at him, though. He is a nice guy.
That is probably the best flick in the game with Pete Allen, but that was terrible. Own flick huck. Chile's put it up to Boothie, marked by John. Up to Luke Stevens and Pete. It's quite a solid matchup. It's always good in the air, those two boys. Reece has fallen over and called a foul on the floor. Lee Baker's given a bit of a lip, telling him it didn't affect the play, which was also quite accurate. Chile really need to get this stack sorted out. Looks like a bit of a Ducks flying V here.
Ducks. How good is Emilio Estevez, seriously? Anyway, Chile now. Booth. Oh, that's...
Okay, I think there's some form of collision here. Boothie's limping off, and he's not going to call anything. He was just accepting that was... he let go of that disc. No spin on it. It's dropped. He's gone off, being replaced by Fold, their American import. Fold standing back off Johnny Mack, probably afraid of the big disc.
Oh.
Big layout bid.
Almost a Callahan. That would have been fantastic.
That would have been one per game for Firestorm. Andrew Lankowski would know all about that, playing against bench.
Wasn't that in the very first point of the first game? What happened again?
Oh, it was just, just Coops throwing a Callahan. Don't worry about that. It's just all logistics, figuring out, a couple of cobwebs. It's all good.
He's probably thinking about his Battlefield 3 clan too much.
He loves him some Battlefield noob poning. Johnny Mack upfield to Trev, stuck on the sideline here with Firestorm. Just happens to be running deep, and we don't need that. Got to be a high stall count here. Trev's got a nice inside-out break to Dan Mammal. Reece with a gratuitous backhand break. Gratuitous splits, I might add. Back to Reece the ball hog. He gets a lot of disc time. He's doing quite well to to move it around and be our main ball hog. Pete with a low backhand to Kohler, who's taken a nice little roll, basically just getting on the ground to make it look like there was some form of glory involved. Kohler loves the glory holes. Here we go with Brian Grundy, Dr. Grundles with the pull for what could potentially be game point for Firestorm, 14-7.
This game's the scoreline is definitely reminiscent of the showcase game at last year's Australian Championships for Ultimates, when Firestorm really came out hard. People will remember though that after losing to Firestorm in that game, Chile actually went on to make the finals. So we'll see if history repeats here. Chile now, middle of the field, working it up. Oh, is that up?
No one's contested it down, so it's up. And there's a contestant about whether the guy landed on the line or with his feet in.
Down, bro.
Looks like I think Finn has really put his foot down there and told everyone it's in. He had the best perspective right there behind the catch. That's a goal for Chile, 14-8. Alright, here we go. Another potential game point for Firestorm. Luke Stevens putting up what looks like it's probably going to be a brick. Yeah, it's out. I'm quite disappointed with the amount of goals that have actually been scored just downwind. Every point we seem to be scoring downwind, so there's no action up this side. There's certainly been some pretty solid hucks going upwind though.
Yeah, definitely a little bit disappointed by everyone scoring down that end of the field there. Didn't come to nationals to not get any action up close, so yeah, we'll see what can happen here. Hopefully Chile can maybe get a turn to give us a bit better view for the viewers at home there. Firestorm now, Coops working it up. Jangles, nice one-handed grab, maybe a little bit gratuitous, but you know what, won't hold it against him. Trevor now that's a textbook grab. Johnny Mack there, he wants to throw a goal. He's thrown something and it's come off. Well done, Firestorm.
That's a 15-8 win. Yeah, I don't know. It's always good to see some pie for the last goal.
Big slice of pie right there.
We've been Jack and Mansos, and you've been great.
Stay classy, Australia.